You want to have the biggest stack of silver, maybe gold, that you can acquire. Maybe your goal is 1,000 ounces of silver. Maybe your goal is 10,000 ounces of silver. Maybe your goal is 100 ounces of silver. You're just starting out and you're on a limited budget. That's okay. Guys, it's a lot trickier to stack silver and gold than it seems when you just decide you're going to do it, right? It's easy to think, oh, I'm going to stack silver, I'm going to stack gold. But there's some pitfalls that a lot of us fall into. Now, Coin Shop Chris and I made a great video, came out over the weekend, where we talked about silver stacking. Don't compare the size of your stack. One of the viewers, a guy named Larry Bloom, sent me an awesome email. And I asked his permission. I said, Larry, can I share this information? This information, I think, adds even more to what Coin Shop Chris and I talked about when it comes to how to build your supply, your stack of silver and gold, because that's what we want, right? I mean, we want to envision we have a goal in mind, or do we have a goal in mind? That's something we're going to talk about as well, the importance of setting a goal. You want to get as big of a stack as possible. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to kind of read through what Larry said and give you my thoughts, and I want to hear your thoughts as well. That's what the comment section is for. And thank you guys all for being here out of the blue on a Monday morning. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that really helps get the word out. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll put out a new piece of content every single day. Larry said, Ron, great segment on the silver stack, the video you did with Coin Shop Chris. I'm going to share some of my ideas that have helped me save silver. The most important idea is the last one, so there's going to be a kicker at the end for you guys. He says, I personally view buying silver as insurance. Now, do you look at silver as insurance? Is silver insurance? For me, I look at silver at its base level as insurance. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about your stack of silver or gold that you own? For me, at the very base level, I feel better having silver in my situation. I'm not a gold stacker. I own a ton of gold mining stocks. Trust me, that's not been fun, but that's for a different video. I feel better having silver than I do having money in the bank. Do I have a bank account? Yes. Do I recommend people have a bank account? Yes, because it's very difficult right now to live day to day with physical silver. I hold it and own it. I've never sold an ounce of silver that I've owned. Have you sold any of your silver? Have you ever sold your silver? I never have. Let me know in the comments, right? So other people can see. I think a lot of us stackers, we buy it and we just hold it. Is it insurance? Like Larry said, absolutely. To me, that's the base of what it is. It's also, right, a preservation of wealth. And look, I'm not saying you're going to get rich. Somebody accused me of like misleading you that you're going to get rich from silver, but you could. That has happened in the past. We could see a flash period where the price of silver and gold, for that matter, wind up on a relative value basis really outperforming. It could happen. Back to Larry. He also says he looks at silver as only part of being prepared. My opinion is that you need shelter, right? Yeah, you need a house. Hopefully, some type of shelter that you're not too encumbered on with debt, right? Water, food, medical. I do recognize there are things that belong here, but I'll put them further down the list. Building, this is my comment, building a big silver stack. Easier said than done, right? You might think, oh, I want silver, but there's 5 truths that we're going to talk about that you need to look at that'll help you build your silver stack. The first thing, number 1, that Larry brought up, don't get complacent. Plan for a month at a time. Smaller goals make it easier to reach. You got to have some goals. Writing a goal somewhere as a reminder helps. It's very easy to get distracted. Yeah, forget about it. I don't get to buy much, Larry says, but it all adds up. Little by little, you will get way further than not taking another step. because the goal seems too far away, right? You got this big goal. I want to have 10,000 ounces, but I only have, I want to have 1,000 ounces. Let's make it more realistic, but I only have 83. There's no way I'll ever get there. Well, yeah, you will, okay? Little by little. And that's what Larry says. He says, I've heard the expression, the first step is often the hardest. And I think that's often true. I'll tell you a story, guarantee you, you'll get there, right? If you buy a little bit at a time. Here's an interesting, crazy analogy. Yeah, you can call me crazy, Ron, if you like, but I think this directly relates to buying a little bit at a time, like Larry says. I drink coffee every morning. You could probably notice my high energy. We buy those cans, of coffee, usually from Walmart or the grocery store, whatever. I'm too much of I just can't throw them away. I keep them. Then I wind up, after a year or two, I've got this giant pile of cans. Okay, things add up. I wind up going on Facebook Marketplace and giving them away. Some lady that runs a dog shelter comes and gets them. They put dog food, I don't know, whatever. But look, just like if you save your empty coffee cans every time you go through one, if you apply that same type of consistency to your silver stacking, it will pay off. Point number 2, and thank you guys. I can't believe over 100 of you are here on a Monday morning. We love silver. We love gold. Buy when the price goes down. Point number 2, Larry brings up, because it always does. He says, however, I do occasionally get FOMO, fear of missing out, and buy. He said, I asked a couple of my local coin dealers about this, and they both said their sales go way up when prices go up sharply. The more prices go up, the stronger the activity they have for both buying and selling. Okay? Now, my comment on that is, buy when the price is down. Buy when silver's on sale. Right now, right? Silver, $23 an ounce. May 5th, what was that? 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago, $26 an ounce. Would you rather be paying at a spot price of 23 today or 26? But the truth is, most people don't do that. They don't buy when it's on sale. I think it's because maybe they get a little depressed, the silver's going down, blah, 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 and that feeds, then less people buy. But then when the price starts going up, everybody's like, oh, I got to get silver. Silver's going up. If you're consistent in your purchases, you can avoid that. Number 3, I think this is really key, okay? He says, take satisfaction in whatever you can do. I always would have liked to have gotten more, but don't beat yourself up. He says, I tell myself I'm doing what I can, right? Do what you can. Coin Shop Chris and I talked about this. Don't compare the size of your stack to the size of another man or woman, because we've got more and more women coming into silver stacking their stack. Don't compare your stack. Somebody's always got more silver. I got news for you. No matter what, no matter how much you have, there'll always be somebody who has more. Have gratitude for the amount you do have. And if you have any, think about this. If you have any silver, you're better off than like 97.3% of the people out there. So look at what you do have and be grateful, and that will help you feel better. That will help it grow and grow. Trust me, that is absolutely the case. This one's critical. You want to get a little extra silver every month? A little extra gold, right? Sacrifice occasionally. He says, I skip eating out once in a while and pocket it for silver. Instead of getting a couple coffees, or on occasion, I'll eat in versus fast food now and then. I can save enough for a coin. Another place I can find dollars too is to sleep on it before he buys anything. He said he likes gadgets, likes to buy, I think, like electronics and whatnot, I would imagine. Before you make a decision to buy something, sleep on it. Maybe it's a new cell phone or some other non-critical item. Do you really need it? And I'll add something to what Larry says. See if you can find a better price. Okay, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I buy a lot of my clothes, really nice clothes, Brooks Brothers, fancy shirts on eBay. I pay like $15 for them, and they're like brand new, as opposed to going to Brooks Brothers. I don't even know if they're still open, but the shirts there cost like $110. I bought a couple new red shirts. I haven't worn them yet. I'm still wearing this one, but I got 2 new of these for like $20 each on eBay. Okay, and they're brand new shirts. There's ways you can either forego, because face it, a lot of times we buy stuff that we think we need, but then a week later we don't really need it. You've heard this from me before, but I'm going to say it to you right now. Right now you are watching me on a Samsung Galaxy S10 phone. I bought it from Amazon, a program they have called Amazon Renewed, okay? It has a 90-day guarantee. I paid $195 for this phone. I've been using it for a year, and I've used it hard, right? I bet there's not another phone out there that'd be hard-pressed that's been put through a workout more than this one. It cost me $200, right? I could have gone and got the brand new latest and greatest phone, which really isn't all that much better, and that would have cost, what, $1,200, $1,000? Okay, find ways to save money, and the money you save, number one, you don't have to go out and work more to make that money. Number two, you can use that to buy this. Look, I love this. It's a silver round. Would you rather have that? Right? Susie and I'll tell you a story. Susie and I went out to lunch. It was about a month ago. It was when the girls were still in school. We went out to this Mexican restaurant that just opened by our house. Nothing fancy, right? Just one of those normal, casual Mexican restaurants. Lunch. We were leaving, and I'm like, that cost us $35. That cost an ounce of silver. And it was decent. The food was good. It's important to go out. It's important to have fun. But I'm like, we could have eaten a $3 frozen pizza, and I could have a silver round instead. So, guys, look for ways. I'm not saying live like a pauper, right? I mean, you can if you want, but there are some ways where you can make some adjustments. And, those adjustments can lead you to having much, much more silver in the end. And then Larry brings up one of my favorite subjects that I don't offer financial advice, but I think this is so critical. Average your cost over time. He says, you've mentioned dollar cost averaging many times, which is a super strategy. You can always hold back some when prices rise sharply and catch back up later. And that's, so Larry says, right, dollar cost average. And if the price has been shooting up, maybe you pull back a little bit that month, or maybe you're doing it every 3 months making your purchases. And if prices are going down, force yourself maybe to buy a little more that month or that quarter. However you're setting it up. I want to reiterate, don't compare the size of your stack to somebody else's. Don't brag about it, okay? Keep it to yourself. It's your business, and you are the one who needs to focus on what you have when it comes to silver. And trust me, if you do what Larry says here, over time, right, little by little, you're going to grow and grow and grow the amount of silver or gold or platinum or palladium, right? And you will see, you'll get satisfaction because you'll be like, wow, I've been doing this for 2 years. And now look, I've got 300 ounces of silver, or, I have 1,000 ounces of silver, or maybe I have 80 ounces after 2 years. Whatever it is, it's okay. Some is better than none. Remember, most people don't have any metals. They don't understand what you understand, what I understand. Okay? I really appreciate that from Larry. I want to mention this to you as well, right? If you have an idea, if you have something that you think I need to share with the community, send me an email. ronsbasementsilver@gmail.com. That's always in the description of every video, of every live stream. I respond to every single email the absolute best that I can. Row your own boat, right? When it comes to your silver stack, row your own boat. Focus on what you have. Focus on what you know is good. You don't need to broadcast it to all your family and your friends, okay? I got news for you. Most of them, they don't really care, and that's okay. I'm not, come here if you want to talk about silver and gold. We love to talk about silver and gold. Thank you guys right now for being here, okay? I'm going to hop over to the comments and see what's going on. Hello, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you, as always, for being here. Everybody, please tell Coin Shop Chris, hello, hello, hello. Mark Hastley says his first goal was 100 ounces. Happy to have. Good job, Mark. That's awesome. Marshmaz is calling for a breakout soon. Yeah, I looked at the silver and gold prices this morning, about even. I haven't had a chance to look for the last hour and a half. How's silver doing? Somebody tell us in the comments. Run your own race. I'll run mine. Yes, exactly. We all are running our own race. I go to coffee shop tip jars. Don't steal money from the coffee shop tip jars to get your... Wesley says that I need to put on a new shirt and maybe the price will go up. All right, let's see what we got. Cost a family of 4 per month, 1 ounce of silver Krugerrands to buy food. Yes, thank you, Buddy Rumble, the Louisiana Gold Guru's in the house. Buddy, we were asking you, do you guys want to get a prediction from Buddy? Because he has a crystal ball. He predicted the current silver and gold price that we have right now, right? Buddy, are you willing to share with us in the comments? Will you share? We'll just ask for your silver prediction, okay? Probably going to start charging money to give people your gold prediction. Buddy Rumble, what is your prediction for silver on January 3rd, 6 months from now? Buddy Rumble! We're so lucky. Okay, so it looks like silver is hovering right around Buddy Rumble. All right, right now silver's holding around $23 per ounce. Our good friend Buddy Rumble, you can watch, I've got some videos with him on the channel, has been kind enough to share with us from his crystal ball, which works, by the way, that we will have 6 months from today, silver $30. We're going to hold you to that, Buddy Rumble, and we sure as heck hope you're right. That's encouraging, very, very encouraging. Let me ask you guys this question. I want to hear how you buy your silver or gold. Do you buy it weekly? Do you buy it monthly? Do you buy it quarterly? Do you buy it one time a year? Or you just buy it randomly when you think the price has gone down and it's a good time to buy? Let me know. Ancient Tom thinks we can get another dip. I'm waiting. Monthly. TJ's a monthly. On the dips, David F. Random. Neil's random. Whenever it's cheap, says Greg Sanford. Well, that seems like always, right? If you listen to guys like me, I'm racing to 10,000 ounces of silver. I buy when I find a deal, Coin Shop Chris says. Weekly, says Dinar. If that happens, CD Cordeline will rise to $8. I buy silver when I have savings, says Paul the Light Worker. Save weekly, buy low, says Dave. Monthly, says John Sal. Buddy Rumble, says Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is going to China on July 6th. Yeah, that's breaking news, guys. Buddy broke that to me this morning. Yellen's going to China. Why do you think Janet Yellen's going to China? I don't know. Ancient Tom did monthly. Now he looks for deals. Raymond Fox says, I had a fire. I have over 40 ounces of gold, stuffed all the gold in my coat pockets and had to leave all the silver. After the fire, I traded all the silver for gold. Very interesting. Joe says, I buy when gold to silver ratio is close to 90. Yeah, we're not far away from that. Buy when the price drops, James Smith. Neil, I heard the plane went down. She needs to go to jail. Janet Yellen. Coin Shop Chris, I'll buy when I see a deal. Okay, flowing monthly. Maybe they'll keep her. Yeah, maybe they'll keep Janet Yellen in China. Oh, Lordy. That's funny. We hope silver pops to 600. Well, I know Bix Weir. I hear him calling for that, and I hear a few other people saying $600 silver. When I say $600 silver, I think we could have $6,000 silver. And people say, oh, no. Well, talk to the people in Venezuela, right? Talk to the people in the Weimar Republic. If the dollar truly does collapse, which eventually it will. I don't know if I'll see $6,000 silver during my lifetime. My kids will probably see $6,000 silver. I think there's a very high chance of that. And at some point, silver could be worth $6 trillion. Talk to the people in Venezuela whose government got out of control with things like spending. Don't forget, I got to hit this one. I'm mad. Right? Whatever they called that piece of legislation they passed to allow the government to borrow more money, they called it like the fiscal constraint. They didn't just raise the debt limit, they suspended it, right? They gave their drug addicted kid a credit card with no limit and said, I trust you. You'll look out for the well-being of the family, son. Here's a credit card with no limit on it. We don't have anything to worry about. Yellen going to hug Winnie Pooh. Triple-digit silver. We need to give credit to Keith Neumeyer, the CEO of First Majestic Silver, right? The crown prince of silver is what I like to call him, a guy I have huge respect for, okay? He's sticking it through. It's been a rough time for silver mining companies, gold mining companies, anybody. And Keith Neumeyer, guys, he's on our side. He's for a long time called for triple-digit silver. Is it going to happen? You're darn tootin' it's going to happen. It is really going to happen. Larry had one more good thing to say, and I think this relates to you and me, okay? Us. We're a group. We're together right now. Sure, we're in Ron's basement, but there's no Ron's basement without you right now joining me. Please give this a thumbs up. I'd really like to get to 100 so I can ring the bell 10 times. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I want to say thank you over the last couple weeks. You guys have been super generous with the super chats. I don't expect it, okay? I don't, but it does go a long way. I'm the primary breadwinner of our family, and I got two 11-year-olds who are addicted to football and baseball cards. I don't know why or how. I wish they were addicted to silver. Trust me, I've tried, but they love football cards and baseball cards, which is great. Identical twin, 11-year-old daughters. Hey, you know what? They're learning, and that's the important part, and I'm very fortunate to have them. We also want to say thank you guys to Coin Shop Chris. If you don't mind, in the comments, please tell Chris thank you. He works a ton behind the scenes to help this channel. This would not be possible without Coin Shop Chris or Susie, right? Okay, Larry, and this is what it's all about. Larry said, finally, Ron, find a friend. Let that sink in. Find a friend. I have a few very close friends I trust. We were in the Marines together, so thank you for your service, Larry. It's great to have someone to share with and get different perspectives. We support each other. Not everyone thinks the same. It's great to be in a support group. And maybe, I don't want to get too mushy and gushy, guys, but maybe this is our support group, right? I was talking to John Little the other day. He's a well-known analyst in the precious metals market. And he said it. He said, you know what? And let's face it, what's going on in the world can be scary. It is, right? We're humans. We experience fear. It's okay. I experience fear. I do. Okay. And we're the people, we're digging in the dirt. We're examining what's really going on out there. And it can make us mad. It can make us sad. It can make us angry. I guess that's the same as mad. We need each other, right? We aren't just like sitting and watching TV and believing everything they're saying to us. No, we're kind of digging in, working together, and it can be challenging at times, right? And we want to keep a good attitude. It's weird because it can be very difficult, but it's also very rewarding. And it's super rewarding for me that I have you here in the basement. There is no Ron's basement without you. It's called YouTube, not RonTube, YouTube, okay? Annie Oakley. Hey, I got identical twin sons, I think you said. Songs. That's awesome. Let me know how old they are, Annie. Paul the Lightworker thinks silver will go to 80 and then 100 and then 200 and then 400 and then $600 per ounce. We like you. Hey, Buddy Rumbo. Yes, let's give Chris a round of applause. What's the opinion? The Brics. Yeah, I've been reading more and more about this Brics. The more and more I read about it, the more I hear more and more people indicating that we're going to see a gold-backed currency. I'm 50-50 that that's actually going to happen. Do you guys think, let's ask the community, yes or no? Do you think that on August 22nd, we're going to get some definitive announcement from the Brics, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, where they're going to explicitly say we're starting a new reserve currency or new trade currency? Because, guys, there's a big difference there. We'll talk about that in another live stream. But that we're starting a new currency, let's just say for this point, and that it'll be backed by gold. Yes or no? Because if it's a yes, Patrick Howland, hey, Patrick, good to see you, my friend. If it's a yes, that's big news for the silver and gold community. Big news. No. One guy and Steve say no. Crook Wine Shop Chris says, thanks, buddy. Dr. Jekyll says, hello, Pat. Yes, Cody Corey. Gary Hennessy says no. So that would be big news. Gold and silver, diamonds, oil, etc. Yeah, let me touch on two things. Low blood pressure. Great comment. Yes, backed by gold. Not rumors. True, says Marshmaz. Cody Corey says gold-backed CBDC. Yes, but not August, says Nick at Night. Buddy Rumble, yes, but it will. But why is Yellen going to China? Yeah, let's read between the lines, right? It'll be interesting to see how they receive her in China. Remember right before the midterm elections, right? Back in, what was that, September, when our fearless, courageous, ultra-sharp President Joe Biden went to Saudi Arabia, and they wouldn't even shake his hand. They gave him a fist bump. And then they kind of snubbed him, right? He went there to beg them to pump oil so that oil prices would go down. Maybe had something to do with the midterm elections, but just coincidence, right? And then a week later, President Xi of China went to Saudi Arabia, and they had the cavalry horses leading him to the palace and fighter jets flying over with the Chinese flag colors. It's going to be interesting to see how the Chinese receive Janet Yellen, right? Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, the other thing we need to talk about with this reserve currency, and I'll talk about it briefly, but there is a difference, guys, between a currency being used as a reserve currency and a trade currency. I'm not an expert in it, but I've read several articles and they make sense that the US dollar as a reserve currency being held by banks as a store of value is different than how it's used as a trade currency around the world, right? Things like the petrodollar and the fact that 80% of the world trade is done in the US dollar. Nonetheless, look, let's just be real. There's a movement afoot, a bifurcation occurring in the world right now whereby Eastern countries, when combined, which have a population which dwarfs that of the United States, and economic power combined, which is larger than the United States, and economic power in those BRICS countries, BRICS plus, right, that's growing, and they have a growing middle class, and that middle class has precious metals, gold and silver, ingrained in them on a cultural level for thousands of years. I think this is so key. I told you guys I was talking to this is my cousin's son, Bobby, very sharp guy over the weekend. He's 30 years old, super smart guy, And he brought it up. He asked me about my channel, and then he started talking about silver and gold. And then we've had horrible storms in St. Louis. Then the tornado came through. But before the tornado came through, we were talking about how in China, in India, in Russia, in South America, all over the world, those people, right? And remember, those are growing economies with growing middle classes. The majority there understands the value of precious metals. It's like the opposite. It's inverse of here. Like where maybe 3% of the people here, 1% understand, less than 1% own precious metals. Over there, it's the opposite. It's almost everybody owns precious metals, right? And the 1 or 2 or 3 or 5% that don't, they're kind of like the lost sheep. So the future looks bright. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to see you soon. Have a great... Oh, wait a minute. Come on, we need to get to 100 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Petrodollar is over, only a matter of time. Thank you, James. Yes, I would agree. Code Core, have a silverback. Come on, we need one more thumbs up, guys. Can we do it? I guess you can't do double thumbs up. 101. All right. This is funny. I ring the bell one time for each 10 thumbs up. And somebody, when I first did that, said that's called ringflation. I thought it was funny. Now we got 110 thumbs up. That warrants 124 thumbs up. That warrants 12 rings. Let's get it to 130 thumbs up. Guys, can we do it? I think we can. If I don't look, it'll happen. New stacker. Hey, Jimmy Smith. Everybody welcome Jimmy Smith. He's a new stacker in Paducah, Kentucky, not too far from where I live here in St. Louis. And I hear Paducah's a cool town. Welcome, Jimmy. You're a smart man. You've got 5,000 years of history on your side when you own silver and gold, okay? That's a fact. Hey, Neil's here. America will lead the world. Ding, ding. Oh, we're at 129. Come on, I'm waiting for one more thumbs up. Hey, Silver Shire from Evansville. Hey, Jimmy. Everybody says welcome, Jimmy. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have a great day, okay? I'll see you soon. Thank you. Yes, you. Remember, there's only one you, and there's no joke about that, right? We're like 1 in a trillion chance that we're here. Let's do the best we can, and I will see you soon.